Greetings, lads and ladettes. It is your main dummy thick man, Leon Blight here, and today I have a budget discard video for all of you. Meaning to say, pool 1 and 2 cards only, nothing from pool 3 beyond. And I believe that this brew is going to be an absolute banger of a deck. So let's get into the deck and see what's popping under the hood here for this card. Alright, first off, let's talk about enablers. What are our discard enablers? They are basically the cards which have the effect of discarding a card in hand. And in the budget pool, we only have three cards that are able to do this. That which are Blade, a 1/3, Lady Sif, a 2/4, which discards the highest cost, and Swordmaster, newly buffed, which is now a 3/6. So bringing Swordmaster into a 3/6 really improves the power of the deck. It's better to have a low costed enabler rather than a high costed one. And as a 4 power enabler, Swordmaster was decently not that good, average to below average power level. So yeah, that's nice. And our discard payoffs, to which are the cards that want to be discarded, we also have three cards. We have Swarm, a 2/3. When discarded, creates a copy of itself. If it has any power buffs, they will keep the buffs on the copies. We have Wolverine, pretty standard. If it's discarded or destroyed, he's played at a random location. And we have Apocalypse, a 6/8, where if it is discarded, put it back into your hand with +4 power. Now, there are some scenarios where you will play Wolverine depending on the context of the situation, where sometimes you might want to have your discard effects hit more towards Swarm or Apocalypse, so you have to manually filter Wolverine out. Otherwise, sometimes you will let the effect hit on Wolverine, and it would be nice. Alright, next, since we've discussed the discard package, which is one half of the deck, or 6/12s, the three enablers and the three payoffs. We have the rest being proactive plays, and not just proactive plays, high value proactive plays. So let's first start with Morbius, linking closely to the discard effect. It's a 2/0 with an ongoing of +2 power for each time you discarded a card this game. You do not want to discard this card, obviously, that's why you want to play it as soon as possible. Unlike that of Collector's Effect, though, this doesn't need to be in play for it to start gaining power. If you discarded cards prior, you draw this on turn 5 or play it on turn 5 or turn 6. Any number of cards you've discarded previously will add to the effect. So in this deck, with the standard setup, at most, your Morbius will become a 2/6. Worst case, a 2/0, but not likely. And then average, below average is 2/4, 2/2. So yeah, that's Morbius. And next we have the buff package. So the buff package being Okoye and Nakia, you want these cards because you want to hit Swarm with buffs as much as possible. So first we have Okoye, a 2/2 which gives every card in your deck +1 power. You want to play this as soon as possible, ideally on turn 2. And then we have Nakia, which is now nerfed from a 3/1. Used to be on reveal, give your entire hand +2 power. Now it only gives two cards in your hand +2 power. So to say that uh, on rate it is a 3/5, the on rate value for three drops, sorry, are actually 5 power cards. And this is what Nakia now does as at a ceiling. However, you do gain more value if your Nakia hits Swarm, because you'd be able to play multiple swarm copies with the buff. Therefore, your buff gets quote unquote additional procs. Now, it is okay to buff something else, although Nakia is very tailored to try and hit swarm here. Otherwise, hitting anything else and being able to play them is good. So aside from Morbius and the buff package, we have Sunspot. Sunspot is a 1/1 and at the end of each turn gain +1 power for each unspent energy. Since this deck likes to hold cards during some of the early turns, sometimes depending on what your hand looks like, Sunspot will be there to efficiently eat your mana. So good value on this card. And then we have two very interesting additions to the deck. That which are Ebony Maw, a 1/7. You can't play this after turn 3, and an ongoing of you can't play cards here. A very, very front loaded 1 mana 7 power. However, with a lot of drawbacks on the effects there. And Lizard a newly buffed as well in the last patch. Now a 2/5 with an ongoing of -3 power if your opponent has 4 cards here. So the reason on why I chose to have these two in this spot is because one, they are very low to the ground. The thing about this deck is that you want to have as low cost cards as possible that you are able to play out fast. That way you're able to tailor your hand easily for your discard enablers to hit your discard payoffs much at a much reliable rate. So having Ibanimo and Lizard here really improves the curve, makes it very much easier to play, and they're there to easily front load a lane, pressuring your opponent to invest more into it, hopefully, or just leave it and make the lane free for you. The good thing about this deck is that it doesn't really occupy that amount of space aside from swarm probably. Sometimes you might end up in a board state where you have too many swarms in hand, but this is not a problem for the budget version because you actually only have 3 cards which enable the discard. So I'd say it's fairly well rounded in terms of min-maxing board space. So yeah, Ebonimo and Lizard are very nice additions. So that's the entire deck. Let's get into some gameplay. All right, that's nice. So we can pass turn 1 here. We can turn to Okoye and Lizard and Ebonimo on turn 3, which is actually one of the strongest turn 3s this deck can have. Lizard Ebonimo on one lane. Lechugia is quite unfortunate. Hopefully the third lane is more playable. Oh my opponent's Colossus is is it's shining too hard. Oh my! Dark Dimension's interesting. So the interesting about Dark Dimension is that I can tuck my Lizard and Ebony Maw in there, and we won't have the drawback of Ebony Maw. The problem is we need to be able to wait for a discard payoff now. Okay. Now we're going to have to play into Lechugia, which is decently unfortunate. but it's fine. So if ever we start drawing rocks, I'm okay for my discrete effects to hit rocks and then Morbius to just pop off there. So hopefully next turn on turn 5, we can dump our entire hand, meaning Morbius, Siphon Blade.
Avengers! Assemble.
Hopefully we draw an enabler one time, please. Okay, we did. We popped off there. So we can tuck Morbius into Dark Dimension and play Siphon Blade on Lechu. Mm, This game is going quite well. It's okay. Or maybe more if I lock down Lechugia, Morbius is my highest scaling card. It goes up to 6. Might just have to lock it. Yep, I'm okay with that. Alright, Punisher's decently bad for us. And then Ant-Man buff. 7 plus 6, 9, 15. Okay, we beat. Oh no, do we beat Lechu? 2 plus 6, 18 to 18. We tie.
Opponent snapped.
So now I am in a predicament. Might be safer to dump all the swarms on miniaturized lab. Actually, if I'm tied on Lechugia, it would be easier for me to win Dark Dimension by a larger amount and then try to just softly close the gap here. Are there any merits to playing rock? Not really. Okay, this is fine. Oh, I lose Lechugia. Oh, wow. 4, 8, 12,
Defeat.
14. If I played all three swarms on miniaturized lab, I would have won. This I would have been 13 to 14, but it's okay. That was a tough spot to be in. Not bad for a first game. That was an average hand for that game. Alright, we have a nice hand. Dream Dimensions decently sus. Hopefully I draw Ebony Maw. It's not safe to play Sword Master here. I could play Nakia and then on the following turn I draw a 2 drop or a 1 drop. Yes. So I can play Wolverine and whatever I draw. On turn 5 I play Siphon Swordmaster. Turn 6 I play Apocalypse. There you go. Best to play Lizard on the empty lane. Let's have something to turn Volt there.
Snap.
So our last two turns are already determined. Oh no, that ruins the entire game plan. Oh wait, I'm a fool.
Snapped.
I forgot to take Dream Dimension into account. Alright, that's no problem. I'm still playing Swordmaster anyway. Hopefully, I'm able to turn Volt here. If I don't turn Volt, this is bad. Okay, we got Volt. Nice, that was a good hit. We actually hit there? Alright. So now the thing to consider here is my opponent can no longer trade me Volt, so we're now on a 50-50. And since my gap on Dream Dimension's much lower than that of DC, I can just play into Dream Dimension and hope it's enough. Alright. And it's easier for my opponent to play into DC to try and turn off my lizard. Yeah, there you go. No doubts that game would have been slightly harder if my Swordmaster didn't hit Apocalypse. Iceman and Dream Dimension also kinda got me there. Negative zone. I don't have to play Ebony Mon 1. I have also 2 drops to back it up. Oh, Bifrost, interesting. Move all cards one location to the right. So I can play Okoye. Next turn I can play Sunspot and Ebony Mo. Okay, not bad. This is actually pretty good.
Snap.
The problem is Crimson Cosmos. So, okay, no, this is fine. Because now I can play Blade and Swordmaster on Bifrost. They move to Crimson Cosmos, and then I have to start playing on Negative Zone. Actually, that's decently terrible due to the fact that I don't want to be playing Swarms on Negative Zone anyway. But I do want cards entering Crimson Cosmos. Yeah, I don't have much of a choice. Okay, that went from 50 to 66. Not bad. The odds there could have gone worse. But then again, it is quite difficult now. We're still in a decent spot. Going Sif to hit Wolverine might be good for it to land on somewhere in the middle or right, hopefully.
Enough said, bub.
Okay. Oh no,
I am
not good.
Iron Man.
Okay, we still have a shot at winning. Was that an effect? Wow! Yo, that Ebony Maw effect though. That's kind of a banger. Alright, is there any point to playing Swarms? Uh, not really. This is fun. My opponent can easily turn Bifrost here with 1/6 drop then. Okay, we won! Easy. Well played.
Victory.
This is another average game for this deck. I'd say our draw there and our plays were pretty average. The hands we had weren't the hand didn't really tank too much, nor did we extremely pop off. So yeah, that was good. Yeah, the variants for hands here are pretty nice actually. So now we can play turn 2 Morbius and then possible turn 3 Sif Ebony Maw, which means I can lock Monster Metropolis early and then pray I can go tall on the other lanes. Alright, Dream Dimension again, take note. Alright, we got a good draw as well. I'm dumping all my win conditions into one lane though, which might be a bit too much, but maybe Sif might be enough there. I can put Morbius somewhere else. Yep, sounds good to me. Okay, I might actually have to lock that now, which I don't actually mind. Oh, nice. I get to shuffle my hand after. I get to net myself one extra card. Alright, I'm Gucci with this. Interesting hand. Most likely gonna just be Nakia here. Turn 5 I only get to play Swordmaster? Oh, that's rough. Man, I hate Dream Dimension, man. Nakia is still the correct player. Because I still want to be able to Swordmaster on 5. The problem is if I Okoye, I can't really play Nakia and Swordmaster anymore. And max value is to play Nakia and Swordmaster. So now I just get to play Swordmaster and I'll fight for Attilan now. Most likely plant Apocalypse on Attilan as well.
Avengers.
Is that enough to
Assemble.
turn? Nope. No worries, I don't mind. Nice! We're popping off. Check the first lane though.
Victory.
That's the power that Ebony Maw can bring. And having a deck that's so low to the ground. It plays so well to discard strategy. A very synergistic deck. Well played. So far in all our games, we've had pretty good hands. It's a bit difficult to get a bad hand here because we only have 1 to 3 drops. All 11 cards are 1 drops to 3 drops, and then the rest is just 1 6 drop. That of which is Apocalypse. Okay, more islands means you want to be on more island ASAP. Sadly, I have a lot of 2 and 3 drops currently. Okay, nice. We're still on rate. After turn 3, ruin a random location. Play a card here, destroy it. Alright, I definitely want to go wide. So another good thing about the Nakia nerf is you can dump your hand like this in an emergency scenario and not get punished. Because the hand size will just still be enough. Hit that's the main. Okay, that's unfortunate. This is an odd scenario. So the thing is, I could play both Okoye and Wolverine. On turn 5, I draw a card and I just play Nakia and maybe the card I've drawn. And Nakia only buffs Apocalypse. Mm. If I play Nakia now though, and I draw a discard effect, hopefully I draw Blade. So the best card for me to hit is Blade. Let's play Wolverine here and have a chance to either go left, which is fine, go center, which is terrible, or go back to Death's Domain, which is a win. So yeah, 33% chance for an average, 33% chance for a good outcome, and 33% chance for a bad outcome.
Enough said, bub.
Oh, we got a 33% chance for a bad outcome. Alright, I won't get to play Swarm anymore. It's okay, at least Sunspot eats the mana. Oh man, this is such a losable spot. It's fine. 33% chance for a bad outcome, 66% chance for an average to good outcome. So, such is such. Nice. Opponent could have had Sentinel in Los Diablos base. Oh no! Alright, we haven't entirely lost here. We could actually Swarm Blade. And then Sunspot gains 3, takes back Ruins. It's so easy to turn this though. Uh, plus 10, 13. Who am I kidding? I was the best Mr. Fantastic of their lives. Well played, bots. So far, we haven't had a game where I drew Ebony MAW on a later half turn. If that happens, usually you can just let it get hit by this card and you're fine. Okay, terrible hand. No lie. Sif would be nice. Lizard's nice. Sheesh. Oh boy, that's rough. That's decently rough. So now I want to play Wolverine and Ebony Maw on Stark Tower. I could also just play Ebony Maw on Dream Dimension. So I still have Lizard and Ebony Maw on one zone. The super front loaded zone. Okay, I'm good with that. I can live with that. Sunspot is these. Let's go wide on Stark Tower here. And now I'm sure to hit a payoff. Nice hand state right now. Ooh, nice try. Okay, we're popping. We're actually Mary Poppins. Funnily enough, Dream Dimension hurts our Sunspot, even though we still get to play the ideal amount of cards in hand. Alright, this is one. I don't want to play Okoye anymore. So next time we're just playing Apocalypse Swarm. Wait. Yeah, I think Okoye is the more correct one. That way I can go wider here better. Yes. Okay, the problem now is if my opponent can catch up to Dream Dimension, we lose. Otherwise, we win. That's it. So if you have a 12 power play here, you win. It's hard to catch up here. Okay, let's find out. Okay, we're good. Man, Colossus is still the shiniest man alive. Oh gosh. I'm loving the deck so far. Sol? From Better Call Saul? Oh my. We have a game. Okay, Sunspot on one. Lemuria doesn't punish. Thankfully. So far, the rest of our hands is good. Oh, cloning vats is interesting. Interesting and yet decently weird at the same time. Nice. Okay. That's actually what I wanted. Holy sheesh. That was so ideal. You have no idea how ideal that was. And we got another guaranteed payoff. Oh, sorry about that. We're popping off. So what you need to know is that the the card interaction happens first, and then the interaction with the card effect happens before the zone effect. Oh my gosh, we are going so ham right now. So we'll be able to do that one more time on turn 5. So I can place Blade here now. So you have to play Blade first because Blade's effect happens, then Cloning Vats clones Blade into your hand, and when Swordmaster resolves after, it has a chance of hitting Blade. So you don't want to be in a reverse world where your Blade hits your Swordmaster. So order matters here. I can actually play out my swarms, which I want to do because I want to hit Apocalypse. I don't want to hit swarms anymore. 50-50? Okay. That's fine. I just want to be hitting Apocalypse now. Oh, and that's nice. There. Perfect setup. Always note, sometimes you want to filter your hand in such a ways where you want your enablers to hit the right payoffs. And in this case, I want them to be hitting Apocalypse. This is not possible in the old Swordmaster. This is how strong Swordmaster is now. Now that it's a 3 drop. And simply I turn Sakar. Go ahead, you may have Lemuria. Now this is the one of the more pop off games. The RNG that really turned the game there was Sakar hitting my Nakia. That was huge. And then the rest of it was history. That's a feature match against Better Call Saul, dude. Watch it on Netflix. It's very nice. Finale is next week. Finale being the actual final episode of the final season, concluding the entire series. And that's enough free advertisement for Netflix. Back to another game. Oh my gosh! For the first time in ages, I'm playing against a real player. I've been playing against bots the whole time. Oh my god, but our hand is terrible. First time I play against an actual human being. Oh, alright. We have an Elysium game on our hands though. Oh my G. No reason to play Morbius at all. Remember, in these Elysium games, if you have no reason to play your cards, do not play them. Morbius is one. I don't have an enabler yet anyway. Juan Alamat. Let's go. Nice. Sheesh. Opponent with a Psylocke variant. Look. Oh my gosh. Opponents are going ham. Mirror Dimension. Oh my gosh. If Mirror Dimension hits Elysium, we are going absolutely off the charts. I'll just play Morbius here. On turn 4, I can play Vision. Turn 5 is when we pop off.
I am Iron Man.
Wait. Oh, right. My opponent played Psylocke. I was wondering how my opponent. Okay, we got the hub instead. The hub? Yeah, I'll know. Hmm. The unfortunate thing is, I actually want to remove Lockjaw. That's fine. We'll have enough mana on turn 5 to do all the things we want. So I can just play Vision here to like I can move him after as needed. So I can play Lockjaw on Hub as well, because I don't need that card at all. It could ruin. Oh wait, I could play Lockjaw with Blade, Sif, etc. Okay, I have no idea what my opponent's deck's trying to do now. I'm also not familiar with how he's playing here. This is a very peculiar spot to be in. So what does the rest of my deck have? It has Ebony Mo, Nakia. There are actually a decent amount of on reveals I can cycle into. So I can play toward that actually. Now do I want my discard effects to only be hitting Swarm and Apocalypse. If I hit Nakia though and I only have Apocalypse in hand, that would be terrible. So it's okay to filter out Wolverine. So if my Nakia hits Swarm, we're popping off at least. I should have snapped earlier there. Sorry. And then Lockjaw cycles. Give me a decent on reveal. Hopefully not Ebony Mo. Nice! There you go. That's what we're aiming for. Cycle me into either Blade or Swordmaster. Try to hit Swarm. Nice! Okay! Okay! And Morbius is popping off too! Doctor Doom, go ahead! Let's think, let's think. Okay, we have exactly 4 cards. However, what we have in the deck are Lizard, Blade, Lizard, and Ebony Maw. Blade, Lizard, and Ebony Maw. It's too late to have a discard effect rolling. We could just reallocate my vision. So which one do I have the same amount of gap here, except Sunspot's more of a threat. So I want vision. Does it really matter? Cycling through Lizard matters. It might. Yeah, we can do it like this. Actually, getting a discard proc there matters for Morbius, although not so much anymore, I guess. Okay, we still got the dub. Whatever it cycles to doesn't matter. Ebony would be stylish though. Yeah, let's go. You lost to an Ebony Maw player. Yo. Oh my gosh. That's like another feature match. And you know what? Okay, we hit our mark. We hit our time mark. I want to end on this game. So that was one of the very interesting games. My first time to play against a human being in so long. The past days, I've only been playing against bots. And it's the only final first time I get to play with someone else. So nice. And we had a very good show match. My opponent here running a bunch of pool threes. The plays were very questionable. He's playing Deadpool. Oh no no. Oh okay. Deadpool was created by the hub. So the rest of this is just a value package. I'm guessing this is from the hub as well. Okay, Red Skull's also from the hub. So the rest of it's a battle cry value package. I can see the rest of it. Oh sorry, I meant to say on reveal. Opponents playing an on reveal value deck with Iron Man for just value for going tall, which is obviously good. Psylocke allows you to play multiple 5 drops or 6 drops or yeah. play your latter half turn cards earlier, meaning to say when you get back to that actual turn, you can play another copy of the same mana value, another card of the same mana value. So yeah, what went right for us this game is surprisingly at first when I got Lockjaw, I underplayed it, and then I reviewed what I had in the deck, so on, and we got multiple procs enough to get us to the finish line. We really popped off this game, so yeah. Ceiling's really high for this game. For this deck, I mean to say. And by ceiling, I mean like skill ceiling and interaction ceiling. The amount of interactions you can do, the things you can consider. So yeah, it's a straightforward deck to play, but definitely takes a lot of thinking and a lot of skill to pilot this one properly. But yeah, it works. Feature games are the one before this. I really liked our game with the previous bot, Better Call Saul, and a game here with Juan Alamat. So well played. And that is our budget discard list. Once again, shout out to Ebony Mo, to y'all lads and ladettes, and I'm if you have do the YouTube stuff, of course, like, comment. I always read and I reply, and subscribe if you enjoy the content, cause most likely there will be more to come. So yes. Other than that, it's been your main the Mythic Man Leon here, and I'm gonna be signing out. I see you when I see you. All right, take care. Have a good day. Peace. Eh.